Hey Queens and Kings, welcome back and thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I know it have been a minute since I uploaded a video, but I'm truly grateful that you all clicked on today's video, and as well as you guys have been supporting me. And this I do know because a lot of you all have emailed me, sent a lot of DMs or inboxes. Some of you guys have my number. You have text me and everything like that, or call. So I truly, truly appreciate the love and the support that you guys have shown me this past month that I've been gone. I wasn't sure that I was going to take a whole month, but I do know I was going to take some time off. It was more of like a fasting than anything. So basically, I didn't let anyone know that I was going on this fast. That I meant no one but my therapist. She was the only one knew that I was going on this fasting. This fasting was more of a spiritual, mental, as well as physical being type of healing that I wanted to do. Also, me trying to heal, but understand some things that occurring in my life. Me not knowing that it was actually a mental health month when I decided to take this break. So I guess the spirits are working in all forms of fashion anyways, for me. But within this actually spiritual and fasting that I was going through, I actually fell into a dark place. I fell into a dark place. I really did. Like this, that spirit was on my back like crazy. You hear me? Like crazy. From pretty much the time that I started the fasting to I end the fasting, honestly. But within the last 2 weeks of last month, that's definitely when it was really just on me very hard. I mean, just coming at me, all forms of action just coming at me. But I had to learn something, and this is something that you probably have been told so many times, but other than just praying, I had to speak. I meant speak over myself. To the point that I didn't care if my kids heard me crying. I didn't care if my kids heard me talking to the Lord. I did not care, because sometimes you just want to be in that confined area, which pretty much I'm in the oasis, and it's usually where I come and pray and do everything in here, my weeping and crying. I didn't care if my kids heard me. I just know that I want to speak life over myself. I want to speak healing over myself. I was speaking joy over myself. I was speaking just everything that I just felt like that have been taken from me, that I physically, mentally was going through, spiritually going through. I was just speaking it back over myself, because within this the fasting, I lost weight. I wasn't eating, lost my appetite. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to be around people's. I shut other people's out. I blocked a lot of people's, because it was just coming and coming, just coming and coming at me at all forms of fashion, just coming. So therefore, I had to just speak. I meant speak over my life, to the point that I am bawling tears and crying and bullet snots and tears. I didn't care. I just was in here and I was just letting it go. My kids honestly did not even come in. I think they was actually asleep probably, so that's probably why. But I had to just speak it over myself. And to this point now, so when I do pray, that's how I pray now. I just speak over myself, because that's the only way I feel like that spirit was going to get off of me, no matter what no one else told me to do, or how to say this prayer, or what prayer to pray, or whatever. I physically had to speak it over myself. You know why? Because I was so stuck in that place, to the point it was so comfortable in the darkness. It was so comfortable. I had to deal with nobody. I had to think about nothing. I had to get up. I had to do nothing, because I really didn't want to get up. But if it wasn't for my kids, of just knowing that who's going to take care of them? You know what I'm saying? If I don't get up, if I don't do it, who's going to do it? They looking for me to do it. So that really what got me up, as in to pretty much take care of them. Even though I still wasn't taking care of myself, I was taking care of them though, their needs and their wants. So I pretty much was isolating myself from a lot of things, even with them, even though we in a 2-bedroom house, apartment. So it ain't too many places I can go. So, but it's times that I took days from work because I couldn't physically and mentally do my job without just bawling in tears or just really being frustrated. Didn't want to talk to nobody. I couldn't. So I really just took some time away from work. So I just had to step away from all my social media. Like I said, I couldn't let no one know that I was doing it because I didn't want to distract me from it. I really want to be into this mind frame and this fasting by myself. Not when no one say, oh, you know what, I want to do it too. Let me do it. No, because that means that person's still going to distract me some form of fashion because they're going to bring it up this way or bring it up that way, or we're not doing this or we're not doing that. We ain't got this. So I just really needed it for myself. I got into meditating more, journaling, because journaling, it just seemed like it never was. At times it still do seem like it's just not working for me because I'm more of the person I like to speak, talk, other than me writing, because I actually think faster than I talk, think faster than I write. So therefore it's like, if I'm journaling, so much going on, like I need to say this, I need to put this down, let me put this down. It's just like my mind would never stop. But I'm starting to get better with it, doing, trying to do it day by day to remind myself of doing it. Meditating, affirmations have came really big into my life now. Definitely affirmations. Besides praying, I still do my morning devotions and stuff like that. But just getting into the word, trying to understand the word, listen to the word, things like that. So I really had to do a lot of that while I've been gone for this past month here. I'm still doing a lot of that. I am, because that's what helping me to heal. Because it's happened, a year or about to be a year of this separation. And it still feel like day one. It still feel like day one. So, ordinary for me to completely heal or continue to heal, I do those things to keep me going, to really keep me going. I'm trying to get back into my creativity mindset because that was a great place for me, but I could never get into it. So, but over the time of this month that I've been gone, I did not do nothing as in recording, nothing. So I don't have no content to give you guys from this point on. So we're going to be basically creating this content as we go, because I have nothing, because I really did just want to focus on me healing, getting my mind together, getting this spirit off my back that came upon when I decided to do the fasting and everything. So I don't have nothing to give you guys, but I just needed to take this break for myself. A lot of you guys did understand, because a lot of you guys who have emailed me and inboxed me have stated that you understand what I'm going through. You have been there. I'm not alone. I actually had to realize that a lot, that I'm not alone in this, even though, right from wrong, stuff like that. But when you physically going through it, and it's physically is you who going through this, none of those things that you do know right or wrong, or have heard, or really have the wisdom about, none of that even come to your mind, never come to the forefront of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically like I was learning over again, learning to walk over again, learning to do things over again. But ordinary for me to get that spirit off my back and get out of that dark place. I really had to speak over my life. So that's pretty much what my prayer is, and how I pray now is speaking over my life. So yeah, I'm much better than what I was last month. I'm actually much better than I was a year ago, because I wouldn't be able to do none of this here without even just bawling into tears or crying or whatever, you know. Within this separation, Dre and I are getting farther and farther apart. It's not seeming like we coming together at all in some form or fashion. I hate that for us, honestly. I really do. But I'm starting to just accept things with a grain of salt. And speaking of a grain of salt, that's pretty much what my mustard seed was when I first started this. A grain of salt. It have grown. My faith is getting bigger. My confidence, my self-esteem, my self-respect, you know, the self-love is getting bigger. It's really growing in. I'm excited about that part there, because I want to see how I'm gonna be another year from now, or months from now. Yeah, next month from now, you know. So I'm better now. I'm better now. I'm still doing the necessary things that I need to do. I have not been to therapy in this whole month. A lot of people have told me to do that. But like I said, my therapist knew I was going on this fasting. So, but I will be going back. Trust and believe that. I will be going back though, but this self-love journey and fasting pretty much was something that I needed to do, so therefore I could see things a little bit clearer, to understand a lot of things, and, you know, to accept things. Because there's some things I didn't accept before, some things I did accept before. But this fasting really was personal. It was selfish. It was for me. It really was for me. So I just want to say to you guys once again, thank you guys so much for actually showing the love and support, checking in on me, because it really just feels so impeccable. It's pretty much it does. It really does feel that way. It just feels so unreal, as in people who have never physically met me in person just checking on me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you always hear that phrase of check on your strong friends. And that is more for the people who's in your inner circle, you know? And speaking of my inner circle, my accountability partners, they are still there. They are still here. And I love each and every one of them for just being there, because when I really did hit that dark era in my life this past month, they was there. Like, they was there. They physically was there. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just thankful and grateful for you all that I just have you guys. You know, I have you guys. I have prayed for you all too as well. Definitely for you guys not to leave me or anything like that. I did started off with this fasting and worrying about when it came down to you all. Will the people forget about me? Will the queens and kings, you know, not watch the videos? You know, will I fall out of the algorithm and stuff like that? But that stuff I had to push in the back of my mind, because that stuff was holding me back from actually doing this fasting. Because I really was just going back and forth with myself before the past month to figure out how long I was going to be. Did I really want to do YouTube the same way that I was going to do everything else, shut everything down? I didn't deactivate anything, so I just left everything up, but I just deleted everything off my phone. So therefore, I know that I wasn't going to go on my phone and get into it and, you know, get lost in the middle of it and stuff like that, when I should be in here journaling, affirmation, speaking, praying, you know, stuff like that to physically heal myself. So, but yeah, see, my mind's starting to go because there's so much is on my mind. But I think I said it. I'm not sure what video is gonna come out, because there's no videos at this point, at this moment, as me talking to you guys. But This is real time though. It is Sunday, June the 4th. It is Sunday. So I thank you guys once again just supporting me. Just for supporting me, because that's what it was. I had lost my train of thought. That's what it was, of me worrying about, was you guys going to be this, that, and third. But it was like, okay, Val, we can't worry about that. Lord, let your will be done, and you take control. The people who are here and meant to be here will be here. So I couldn't worry about that, because I'm a people pleaser, so I'm always trying to please people, and my word is my bond. So I don't like to let people down or anything like that. That probably would get me in the place where I'll be at in these little vulnerable positions or whatever. But yeah, so, but that is what have been going on, why I've been MIA, where I've been, however you want to look at it, and things like that. But I'm okay. I'm in a better spirit. I'm in a better place. And I'm just grateful for where I'm at this moment, despite what my situation is, you know, despite what it is. So, yeah. And I'm proud of myself, because I didn't come on here emotional or anything like that, because I'm definitely trying to move past that, you know, because listen, when I said I was speaking on myself, we rebuking all those emotions, honey. We're removing all of it, But honestly, truthfully, I didn't think a year from now that I will be pretty much where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all a part of my journey, all a part of my healing. So I don't want to keep this going, but I do want to be very open with you all, because I know you guys do support me. So yeah. So the queen is okay. I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. I'm doing much better now. You know, I'm doing much better now. I'm doing much better. So I'm happy to be here to just say this, just to say what been on my mind, what I needed to say to you all. So with that being said, queens and kings, you guys continue to be royal. Remember, your crown may tilt, but what? It damn sure won't fall. Thank you, queens and kings, for your love and support. I love you guys, and you guys be blessed.